Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Um, I wanted to jump on today. I've got my good friend and business partner, Haas Pratt, going to join me here in a couple minutes. But I want to be sure that everybody who wants to see Tarek El Moussa live tonight, I'm going to be in. So I'll be doing it live from, I don't know whether it's going to be the airport or my hotel room. God, it just all depends on when I can get into town. Let me put the comments up here. It all depends on when I can get into town and jump off that airplane. Like I even packed just a carry-on, which is really all I ever really need, except that I always pack for like 19 different things. But I needed to be able to get straight off the airplane, get to my hotel, so I would be in time to set up for the Tarek El Moussa interview. You know, there's so much going on in the world today, y'all, when it comes to real estate. It is absolute insanity. We've got the stock market. We've got the interest rates going crazy. We have a semi-correction in the market. The frenzy, as you might say, has slowed down quite a bit, which I don't know that that's a bad thing, to be honest. I think we're having to realign sellers' expectations. I think buyers had such fatigue from when they tried to buy houses 6 months ago that I just want to tell everybody it's time to get back in the game. If you're out trying to buy a house, there's houses that are available that are not in multiple offers. Prices have come down a little bit in some cases, not in all cases, but in some of the markets. And so it's time to get back in the game. You need to get back in the game before those interest rates go even higher, right? Now is your opportunity if you're a buyer. I'm waiting here just a minute. I'm stalling just a bit because my good friend and business partner, Haas Pratt, is going to be on in just a minute. He wrote the book Listing Boss. And we're just going to talk about Tarek tonight because one of the things I had Tarek on live last week and for just our team, right? Because we can't share all of our trade secrets with the world, but if you join our team, we will. But what Tarek and I were talking about was the world of digital currency, right? Blockchain, crypto, NFTs, all of these things that are coming like a freight train, whether we want to acknowledge them or not. I mean, I think about the story with Blockbuster. It's a famous story, right? If you're in sales, like Blockbuster just said, oh no, everybody's going to want to come in, pick up their videos, get their bag of popcorn, do all of that, as Netflix is kind of behind the scenes the whole time creating this empire. And they went to Blockbuster and they said, let's get together, let us buy you, let's collaborate. And Blockbuster's like, nope, not going to happen. Okay, where is Blockbuster today? I mean, all of their buildings are in REITs or in real estate trusts being sold off. They've probably all been sold off by now. Another great story. January of 07, the cover of Forbes. And I know this because I spoke last week for Car Guru and I used this slide. I give attribution to my friend Brian Benstock. I got it from him. But so last week, in 2007, January 7, the cover of Forbes, a guy on the cover holding a Nokia cell phone. This is January of 2007. And it said, they have 1 billion clients. They are the giant. Nobody can beat them. You cannot take out Nokia. Fast forward June of 2007, Apple launched the first iPhone. The rest is history. Okay, when you're on the cover of Forbes saying, I'm the 300-pound gorilla, here I am, you can't touch me. And then 7 months later, your worst nightmare gets launched, which is Apple. And so I'd like to know, just by show of hearts, comments, whatever, how many of you have a Nokia phone today? Probably nobody. I don't even think they're in existence anymore. But when you make the cover of Forbes saying that you have 1 billion clients and nobody can take you down, and then your worst nightmare launches, your worst business competitor, I guess, toughest business competitor launches 7 months later and then comes in to own the world. Like, none of us are bulletproof. Alfonso, you have a Nokia phone. No, I know you don't. Alfonso is one of my partners at EXP. Anyways, so like nobody's immune. Nobody's immune from any of this. So that was the conversation we had last week that I had with Tarek El Moussa live for our team. And Tarek is such an expert when it comes to real estate investment trusts. Like, so he's not just the guy on television that flips houses. He's not. He is a brilliant businessman. He has got hundreds of properties in his REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. And he has a whole, I don't want to say section, but a whole part of his business that is is purely investing, right? It's going out buying large properties, it's going out buying apartments and all of that stuff, right? So those are the things we're going to talk about, because if you're in real estate, things have changed a little bit in the last 6 months. You know, it isn't just stick a sign in the yard and they will come, right? We're having to get a little more, well, let's just be real. We're just having to do our jobs now, which I'm totally fine with, because all my stuff's selling, but it's not as easy as it used to be, right? There's a lot more strategy behind what we do now than before. So Claudianne, hey girl. Okay, I'll tell you what, if you all are not following Claudianne Hibbert Smith, you're missing it. This girl, she's on my team. She's under Elena Cardone. Hello, Chelsea. How are you? Knowledge is priceless. Absolutely. But Claudianne Hibbert, just absolute freaking rock star. Speaking of rock stars, look who just popped in the room.
What's up, Lisa?
What you doing, Hoss Pratt?
Man, just trying to help people. Back-to-back calls today. Coaching,
I know you
training, man, helping them in this shifting market that we're going through.
We're in a shifting market. And, you know, that's one of the things that I'm going to be talking to Tarek El Moussa about tonight. And it's a great story, because Hoss should really be running that interview, because Hoss brought Tarek El Moussa and me to EXP Realty. And it seems like, you know, you just don't get enough credit for that one, Hoss.
Hey, that's okay. I don't need the credit. You know, you do a great job of it.
I know. That's what I love about you. How many people are on the Hoss Pratt team now?
1,400 around, close to.
Yeah. And 800 of those are mine.
Yep.
Yeah. And so, you know, you're talking about the shifting markets. You know, you wrote the book, oh God, look at this. Swear to goodness, I didn't even do this on purpose. It was sitting on my desk. It was sitting on my desk because I was pirating, which I'm allowed to do. I was pirating some of your great ideas for a training that I'm doing. So I have the Listing Boss, and I've got this book, The First 365 Days in Real Estate. That one's okay. Listing Boss, this thing is gold. Absolute gold. So what do you see in the shifting markets? Because that's what Tarek and I are going to be talking about tonight. Like, what is going on planet Earth? Whereas 6 months ago, we stuck a sign in the yard and you had 29 offers in 10 minutes, you know, and there's a meme that's going around now that says, I offered 80 grand over and make you the beneficiary on my life insurance policy. Yeah. And then they still don't get the deal. Yeah. Now, I was just talking to an agent who's got a house listed across the street from one of my listings. And she called me yesterday. And hold on, I've got a little problem here. I'm going to just remove it right now. LinkedIn. Okay. I'm just going to remove it. Sorry. I hope I don't remove you. Save changes. Let me just, link. Okay, here we go. And so anyways, she's got the house listed across the street from me. And she said, different company, of course. And she's like, God, how have your showings been? I'm like, kind of like not what I thought they would be. And I'm like, you know, her and I talked about pricing, because that's what good agents do, right? When you're working a market, it isn't me against her. It's about her and I collaborating. So both of our sellers win. So the street wins. So the community wins, right? And both of us are like, you know, we're even priced a little under market. And, you know, it's a different game today. Like, what's your advice, Hoss? Are you going to join us tonight, me and Tarek? I wish you would.
Yeah, I know that session is going to be amazing. I think everybody, is there a link here for people to sign up for that?
I put the link in. I put the link in my post up top on my post. And if you don't have the link, because I meant to put it in the things.
Well, as you're doing that, I'll say this, okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah. You know what? Let me go grab the link. I'll be right back.
Okay. So here's the deal. This is the reason that this alignment is so important for anybody within our organization or joining our organization, is because you want to be around the people that know, the experts that know the game of real estate inside and out, that have a pulse on what the market's doing at any given time. And so Tarek is amazing at that. He's one of the smartest people in real estate. It's what he does. I mean, he knows in real time what's happening.
Links are in there, by the way, Hoss. They're in there now to sign up.
Perfect. I know what's happening in real time because I see it, because I work with agents all around the country, and I know, and I help them through this. But what's going to happen is,
how many people in your career, Hoss, have you coached?
Thousands.
I know. I was going to say thousands of realtors.
Yeah.
And you and I were talking yesterday about 08 and 09. You're like, I got them all through 08 and 09. Like, which was
and during 08, 09, I was on the road 200 days a year, traveling, doing seminars and training in brokerages. And so the fear and the uncertainty is what people are going to feel right now. And here's what I would tell you is there's no fear and uncertainty that you need to feel. In real estate, the market shifts and it changes. And when it does, you need to pivot before it's too late. Like business will be different now. So here's what it would look like. We're going to have more listings. Like Lisa, you're going to have more active listings. Yeah. You're going to go from having a few and they sell like
10 or 11 kind of right now at all times. And like, y'all, it's work.
How many do you say you have?
But it's a full-time job.
How many do you say you have?
About 10. But of the 10, 8 of mine are pending right now. So I have 2 actives right now. And then I've got 3 that are off market. So I have 8 pendings, 2 active, and I have 3 off markets. That's a full-time job.
Think about you having 40 to 50 listings.
No.
So in the market we're going to, y'all are going to be collecting listings. You're going to be stacking inventory. So you want to control your inventory. This is the key. And I'll tell you this. This is the market I sold in. The average days on the market was 90 days. You get up to 80, 90 active listings, and it's a different game. But and servicing those listings and getting price reductions is an art. And that's what's going to happen. It doesn't mean that your business is going to be affected. What happens is you're going to change the way you go about getting business and how you do this business. So like you're not affected by the economy or rates. You're affected how you react to those things.
Good. I like that.
So there's nothing to be fearful of. There's just you taking action and changing for anybody, and that's what I encourage agents to do is you want to control your inventory. You want to go get as many listings, and you're going to maybe have to go after different target markets than you currently are to do that.
Yeah. And, and it's so true. And like, so those are some of the things that Tarek and I are going to be talking about tonight. Right. And then this whole thing that's coming like a freight train is digital currency, crypto, NFTs, and blockchain. And, that's a little bit what we're going to talk about, and just what our organization's doing about that. I mean, we're going to be ahead of the game, and, people who join our group, I mean, that's the space we're going to play in. I mean, we are the #1 cloud-based real estate company in the world. Like, we are the OGs of Internet 3, right? We're the OGs. We invented cloud real estate. This is our game. Everyone else who's doing it now, all they're doing is just taking a page out of our playbook, right? That's all they're doing. They are taking a page out of EXP's playbook. We were the OGs. We did it first. We did it best. We are absolutely leading the charge when it comes to real estate and how to do it differently, right? How to be the most effective. So our next big thing that we're going to be doing is going into the crypto, NFT, and digital currency space, right? The blockchain, and selling your houses on the blockchain, turning them into NFTs, right? And these are just things that, that Susie Lunchbucket is not going to get from her broker at ABC Real Estate Company, right? I mean, we are trained at such a high level. And so that's what's exciting. That's a little bit about what Tarek and I will talk about tonight. And then of course there's going to be an invitation to join our organization. Like if you want to stay relevant, if you want to stay cutting edge, if you want to work and coach with Haas Pratt, or if you want to coach and work with me or Tarek or Elena Cardone or Sharon Lecter, it's endless. It's endless. The amount of amazing people we have in our organization, Haas, that you have in your organization.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, my friend. And Tarek El Moussa wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
You know what? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Brian Colhane, the co-founder. I was out there coaching and training for years, and I did a first training at EXP like in 2010, and like I played it safe for years because I was working with so many different brokerages.
And you were scared of losing the business.
I was scared of losing them.
Yeah.
So, but the timing happened, and then I went all in and brought in Tarek, brought in you. Here's why I brought in Tarek, and I saw this because as a coach and trainer, equipping the agents with a value proposition and having collaboration is so important. And if they can leverage celebrity and experts, like if an agent today can go to the marketplace and talk about who their business partners are, all of us, you, Tarek, me, Brian, Glenn Sanford's even above Brian, like
exactly. Elena Cardone, Grant Cardone, Ari Lyondike. I mean,
all of them. So we need to go to the marketplace with the value proposition that we stand out, and anybody that joins us are aligned with the experts. And and only the experts can teach you the things like crypto. You know, when you mention crypto, here's what happens to people: their eyes glaze over.
See, you and I are on the same wavelength.
I used to tell myself, "Oh, I don't understand it." So as soon as crypto comes up, I'm like, "I don't understand it." But like, that's not an excuse. I had to learn to understand it. I had to, because it is coming like a freight train, and no other brokerage is talking about it. But these are listing tools.
But not even talking about it, Haas. We're implementing it. I mean, you know, within 3 months, I'm going to be able to have my listings. Now, not everyone at EXP is going to be able to do that. Okay, I am considered one of the influencers. I get to do it first with this select group, but I will have my listings on the blockchain. Right, game changer. Right, game changer. And so right now, you know, we're building the infrastructure, working with the title companies, working with the mortgage companies, so they understand what that looks like. But imagine, Haas, and you know this, you're the listing boss, sitting in front of a seller and going, I have a network of 81,000 agents. I am able to put your listing on the blockchain. I'm able to turn it into an NFT. I'm able to do this, that. I'm crypto certified, blah, blah, in real estate, blah, 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 blah. And then you got Susie from ABC Brokerage down the street, and she's like, well, I got 40 agents at my brokerage, and I can put it on Facebook. Like, come on, people.
Yeah.
No comparison.
So all of these things are happening and are on the other side. So there's not a more exciting time in real estate ever, Lisa. Like, truly, but people need to know, they need to take massive action, and they need to be aligned. And that's what today you guys are going to be talking about, like what that looks like. So maybe for an agent that has been happy over the years where they are, they're content. They can't be that in this shifting market. It's time for them to change, shift what they're doing. And the way to do that, the best way, is to align with us. And I mean, we see it. I mean, Lisa, you did 20 million your first year. Mm-hmm. You're going to do over 40 million your second year. Like, I've worked with thousands of agents. That's like a success story like none other. I mean, people don't typically do that volume. And
Haas, and you know this, because Haas has line of sight to my entire business. I understand that. Like, I'm Haas's front level. So I cannot bullshit Haas. Like, I just can't. He has line of sight to everything I do, every deal I make, every listing I have. Like, he's got, like, right now, he could pull it on his computer and look at it. And, you know, I didn't do any of it by buying Zillow leads. I didn't do any of it, you know, by Haas Pratt or EXP giving me leads. You can take those and flush them down the toilet. They're so bad.
Sure.
Right?
I've never told people to buy leads.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about the hustle, right? It's all about the strategy. It's, you know, real estate is a contact sport. Whoever makes the most, our friend Grant Cardone says this, whoever makes the most contacts will have the most contracts. Yeah. Right. And so, yeah, I'm super excited. Well, Haas, I have an airplane to catch. I'm heading to Denver. I will be doing the deal tonight with Tarek from a hotel room in Denver. I'm heading to Denver because I'm the keynote speaker tomorrow for Continental Insurance that was rebooked. I was set to speak for them May of 2020. Of course, it got canceled, and I'm rebooked for May of 2022. And that's what my life looks like the rest of the year.
You remember that, Lisa? Like those 2 dark days that we had at the beginning of COVID, where I talked to you, and both of us lost all of our seminars that we had lined up for the calendar year, like in a day. Remember that? Like, it was just like all of them started canceling.
I know.
And look what you turned it into, you know?
Well, you know, the best thing was, Haas, is that I knew you. I mean, Haas and I knew each other, y'all, from another life, from a life of being speakers. And we were managed by the same marketing agency out of New York. And so that's how we initially met. And then right when COVID hit, I got an email from my friend Haas Pratt. And I called him. I'm like, what are you up to? Because, like, everything I know has been canceled. And he's like, you got a real estate license? I'm like, I do. And he's like, get to Dallas. And I was in Dallas the next day.
Yeah, the rest is history.
And the rest is history, right?
But you took action fast. And that's what I'm telling everybody that's listening right now. Take action fast. Do what Lisa did. Make this pivot now, because you're going into a shifting market, and you've got to be aligned with the right team and the right partners to help you thrive in it. And you can dominate this market coming up, and there's going to be many people that are, and that's what today's about. So you got the link, so everybody get signed up.
The link is in the comments. So sign up, right? If nothing else, you know, I am going to ask Tarek a few trick questions, because he did not tell me I couldn't, about season 5 of Selling Sunset, because we know that our friend and partner was on season 5. His wife, Heather, of course, is one of the stars of the show, but Tarek made a few appearances on there, and So I'm going to ask him a few questions about that. Haas, as usual, it's always a pleasure and an honor.
Yep, you're
to be
awesome.
on with you, my friend, and thank you. And if you're out there and you're on our team or you're with EXP, share this out. Tarek is going to be fire tonight. He's already texting me and emailing me. How many people do we have for tonight? What's our like? That's just type A, Tarek. That's how he rolls. Anyways, so that's exciting. I hope that everyone has a great day, and I will see you from Denver, Colorado tonight, Haas.
Yep. All right. We'll see everybody. Take care, Lisa.
Bye-bye.
Safe trip. Bye-bye.